Hello, dear viewers. Welcome back to the Odoo 18 Functional Tutorials by Tech Ultra Solutions. In this video, we are going to talk about the Kit Bill of Material, which is a strategic tool in Odoo used to manage the products that are sold as a collection of individual components grouped together for ease of sale while maintaining their separate identities in stock. It is commonly used for products that are not physically combined but are grouped for sale or delivery purposes. Now, in this video, we are going to explore the Kit BoM type through a practical business case study. Specifically, we will examine a scenario involving four components. For two components, procurement will be handled through the purchase orders triggered to a vendor, while the other two components will be manufactured in house using the manufacturing orders generated through the automated routing. Additionally, we will discuss the concept of a child bomb and its integration into this process. Towards the end, we will delve into an automated average costing method, analyzing its impact on accounting entries by reviewing the journal ledger. So let's get started and dive into our manufacturing module for the creation of our kit. So quickly open your manufacturing module in your database. Here in the products menu, you have an option of bill of materials. Open that. Click on new to create a new. Now my finished product would be my office desk set. Select BOM type as kit. Here we need to mention our components. So my very first component would be my office desk. My next component will be my ergonomic chair. My third component would be my desk organizer. And in the last, my fourth component would be my cable management tray. Simply save it. Now for the first two components, I will set the routes as buy and will also set a vendor for it so that a PO will be triggered. And for the last two components, we need to set the routes as manufacture so that the manufacturing order will be triggered. And we will also define the child bomb for these two components so that the child demo will also be triggered and we can have a look at that too. So quickly go to the internal link for the third component, which is desk organizer. Here we need to create a child bomb. So click on this more and here we have an option to create the bill of material. So I'm creating a new bill of material for my desk organizer in which I will have the components as base plate, and my next component would be the compartments for the desk organizer. Now similarly we will create the bomb for another component which is cable management tray. Here for this child bomb the components would be metal base tray, and the other component would be my cable holders. Save it. Now in this way the two child bomb for our main components is created. Now we need to set the route. So we'll start with our first component which is office desk. So click on this internal link. Here we need to add the cost for our component. I am just adding 500 here. And here in the category, I'm selecting technical as in category. Now to set the inventory valuation, we need to make sure we have enabled some features for our product category. So click on this internal link for the category, and here you need to make sure the costing method is the average cost and the inventory valuation is the automated. Now once you have added inventory valuation as automated, these accounts will be there which you need to configure. So here is the stock valuation account. Then we have our stock journal, we have our input and the output account for the stock and the production account. Now you need to make sure that this product category is added in each of our component. So we'll move back to our component, and here in the inventory tab, we need to make sure that the buy and MTO route is enabled. Also in the purchase, we need to add a vendor for that. So I'm just adding the vendor here. Now we'll move back to our kit. Here for our next component also we need to perform the similar actions as we have performed earlier. Adding the cost, adding the category as technical. Once you are done, move back to our kit. Then in the third component, we need to set the route for the manufacturer because we are going to manufacture this in-house. Adding the category, the cost. Here's the inventory tab. Need to enable the MTO and the manufacturer route and need to save it. Similarly for the child bomb, also for this component we need to select the same routes. Similarly for the other component also we need to. So in this way routes are enabled for our component disk organizer. Next we have our cable management tray. So perform the similar routes for this also and for its child bomb. Now once we have added all the routes to our components, now we need to assign the operation, or we need to create the operations for the components for which the MO will be triggered. So for the desk organizer, we'll open the bill of material for it, and here we need to assign the operations, or say we need to add the operations. So click on add a line. So I'm just creating an operation as assembling. Work center would be assemble. Save and close. Next I'm creating the operation as fixing, and the work center would be fix, and saving it. This work center, we also have an option to add more details for this particular work center, as the cost per hour, it would be per work center or per employee. So I'm just adding 1000 as per work center and 2000 as per employee, and saving it. Similarly for my next work center, adding 1500 and 3000 and saving it. Similarly, you need to assign the operations and the work center for our another component, which is the cable management tray. So perform the similar actions to that also. Now, once we have added the work centers and the operations to our components for the manufacturing order, we are now ready to create a sales order. So for that, quickly move to your sales module. And here we will create a sales order by clicking on new. Here I'm going to add my customer, which is the Deco Addict here. And here in the product, we will add our kit, which is our office desk set. We'll add the quantities and the unit price. Once done, just simply confirm this quotation. So here you can see for this sales order, two purchase order are triggered for the components in which we have mentioned the or we have enabled the routes as buy and MTO, and for the components in which we have added the routes as manufacture and MTO. So for that component, six manufacturing orders have been triggered. So we will just open our purchase order first, and here we will just click on this purchase order, and we are going to confirm this purchase order for our component office desk. So quickly confirm it by adding the unit price for the office desk. So simply confirm this. So here we can see a receipt is generated. So you can validate and receive the products from here also, and you can perform the similar action from the inventory also by validating it to receipt. So in this purchase order, I'm showing you to receive the products from here, and in the next one, we'll just have a look for the inventory. So for this purchase order, I'm just showing you to receive the products from here itself. So we can simply click on this receive products, and we need to just validate it. So here you can see the destination location is our warehouse stock. So we have received the product or the component. So we'll move back to our purchase order. So here, as you can see, we have an option to create the bill for this purchase order. So simply click on that. Here we need to add the bill date, and just simply confirm this, and the bill is created for the purchase order. Next, we just need to pay the bill. So we'll just click on pay, and here the payment for this would be created. So here is the payment smart button. We can simply click on that, and the bill can be validated. So moving back to our purchase order, we have created the bill. We have taken the goods into our inventory. So the similar action needs to be performed for our second purchase order. So we'll quickly open it, adding the unit price. We will just confirm our purchase order. So adding the unit price, we are just going to confirm this purchase order. Now to receive the products, we will move to our inventory module, and here in the receipts, we have one to receive. So here you can see from our vendor Abigail Peterson, we have our ergonomic chair as a component, so you can validate it from here. So in this way, you can validate or take your products into your inventory from the inventory module. Now we'll quickly move back to our purchase order from our sales only. So for this Abigail Peterson, we have validated the receipt. Now we need to create the bill for this purchase order by adding the bill date. We will just confirm this bill, and similarly, we will just do the payment. Again, we need to validate this payment, and the payment is done. So moving back to our sales order, our next step is we will see the manufacturing orders triggered. So quickly click on this manufacturing order smart button where we have 6 as in count. So here are the MO triggered. So here are the two main components for our kit, and these MOs are the child MOs for our main component. So as you can see, the state for our main components is confirmed. So we'll open our desk organizer first, and here you can see the components. Two components are there, so two child MOs are triggered. So we will just produce the child MO or say child component. So for that, quickly click on this child MO smart button, and here we can see the two child MO for our child components, which are base plate and the compartment. So open that. Here we just need to confirm, as we don't have any more components added here, so we'll just click on confirm, and we'll just produce as there are no components to consume and we still want to continue. So okay, move back, and next we have our another component which is compartment, so confirm that also and produce all. So in this way the two components are produced. Now comes our manufacturing order for our component desk organizer where we have added the operations and the work centers. So here comes the concept for that too. So here we can see for our operation fixing, we have our status as ready, and from here you can just start this operation. So in this way the real duration will be calculated, and if you want to pause this you can pause it, and if it is done you can just simply click on this done. And similar for the other operation, as you can see this is finished, this is in ready status, and from here you can start and end this operation, and the time duration will be calculated. Now once our work orders are in finished status, we just need to click on this produce all, and here you can see our manufacturing order is in the done state. Moving back to our sales order, and you're in the manufacturing, you can see for our desk organizer component, the two MO for its child components, which are the base plate and the compartments, are done. So similarly we need to manufacture this cable management tray and its child MO. So perform the similar actions. I'll just open it, and here is my two child MO. So we will just produce it by confirming it and producing, and for our next one also we'll just confirm and produce. So in this way these two child MOs are in the done state. Similarly we have the work orders or the operations to be performed in this particular manufacturing order. So we'll just start it, we'll just end it, and for this work orders are done, we'll just produce our component, and that's it. Here you can see all our MO are in the done state now. So we move back to our sales order, and here our next step would be our delivery for our product to our customer. So we'll just click on this delivery. You can validate the delivery from here and from the inventory module as well. So click on this delivery smart button, and here you can have a look for your kit. So here we can see in our delivery we have our four components, or say four individual products of our kit, which is our office desk, ergonomic chair, desk organizer, cable management tray. So all these four products becomes our kit. So we'll just validate it, and here our delivery is validated, and the next step would be we would just create an invoice for our delivery. So create an invoice by clicking on create invoice, And here we just need to add our invoice date and we just need to confirm our invoice. And here is the payment again. If we have receipt, we can just simply click on this payments and we can validate this payment. So in this way, we have performed all our actions, and here you can find the different smart buttons in our sales order for the delivery, invoices, purchase, and manufacturing. Now we will have a look at the two components for which the MO are triggered, and we will have a BOM overview for that component. So I'm just quickly opening this manufacturing order, and here for our desk organizer and the cable management tray, opening the desk organizer, and here you can have a smart button, or you can see from this smart button overview the BOM overview of this particular component. So here you can see the base plate and the MO for it, the MO for compartments. Here is the operation. So here you can see the operations cost. Here you can see the unit cost for these work centers, which we have added per work center and per employee. So this is the unit cost for that. So the total cost for this MO is 18.25. Similarly, if we need to have a look for the cable management tray, we can simply open it and have a look at the overview. So here is the overview for it, the unit cost for the operations, and so here you have the unit cost for the cable management tray and the unit cost for the operations as well. So the total cost of operations is given here. So we'll just move back to our sales order having an overview of the bill of material. Now we will have a look at our journal ledger in our accounting module to see what effects have been occurred on our stock valuation accounts or the different accounts which we have added in our product category for the stock valuation. So for that we'll just move to our accounting module here, and here in the reporting section we have an journal ledger. So here in our journal ledger we have a report where we have the different stock valuation journal entries. So if you want to see the journal entry, you can simply click on these three dots and you can see the journal entry for it. And here we have an option for annotate where you can give a note to this particular journal entry. So here you can see for the office desk and ergonomic chair, we have buy this from our vendors here. So here is the amount is in debit, and when we have delivered these components in our sales order, here we have the entry for it, which is in out. We have delivered this, so it is moved from our inventory. So we have the amount as in the credit one. Then we have our stock valuation account for our MO, which we have manufactured in our inventory, and then we have moved these components, or say we have delivered these components to our customer. Then we have the stock received, which I have shown you above only, and the stock delivered. Both are shown here in detail in both these accounts. Then we have our cost of production, where you can see the MO for a desk organizer. Here we have a labor which we have added in our work center. Next, we have our customers account where you can see the amount 10,000 is in debit state as we have created a sales order of 10,000, and here you can see the sales is in credit as we have received the payment for the particular sales order. Next is the purchase of raw materials, or we can see when we have purchased the components by paying the vendor. So here is the entry for that, and here is the entry for the supplier that the supplier has received the payment. So in this way, the journal ledger, we have a detailed journal ledger where we can see the stock valuation accounts, the stock is coming into our inventory and the stock is moving out of our inventory, the invoice we create for our customer, and the bill we generate or the bill we pay to the vendors. So in this way, the journal ledger works and the entries are posted. So in this way, we can have a look at the journal entries, or we can see the effect of our stock valuation in our journal ledger. I hope this video was helpful to you. Stay tuned for our next videos. Thank you so much.